Picked up this cat D4D to do some property maintenance with. 1977. Needs some work. Probably gonna leave it in the shop for the winter and work on it, but pretty much needs a real good cleaning. Needs new covers made for the track tensioner and some other things for this side. This main link come apart. This hole stripped out. Those three I think are still good enough for right now. I have heel coils coming for that, so we'll get that hopefully put back together so I can get this apart. You can see that's leaking. So I bought a rebuild kit for that. The starter sticks, I'm gonna pull that off and fix it. But for right now, I just want to get the track on it, get it pressure washed, get the track back together, and run it, see what it's gonna do before I change all the fluids. And hopefully it doesn't need any more work other than some covers, some hoses, filters, stuff like that. Might give it a paint job. Some sort of 6-way blade add-on. I don't know if it's off a D4E or what it's off from. That's the tag that's on it. No clue. But it works. Runs really good. It has a slight fuel leak up here somewhere too. I gotta figure that out. Somewhere's in here. I don't know if these are just loose or if they're wore out or what. I'm gonna get it pressure washed and get this track back together enough so I can get that apart, get it fixed. Well, took the batteries out, got them charged up. It's probably, I don't know, 35 degrees today, 38 degrees. Let's see if she'll start up now. Heat her up. Give her about 45 seconds or so. See what she'll do. Hopefully it fires right off. Got a brand new air filter put in it, both of them. So hopefully that works out. A little bit better than the old one. I also got a new plastic cone there for the top. Alright. We'll give her some throttle. We can't forget to give her a little throttle. Here we go. Well, winter's officially here. Went from 70 last week to 30s this week. Well, low 30s, high 20s. I think today's high is 38 degrees. We got a little snow. I've been waiting on parts pretty much. I'll get this uncovered and show you what I've done so far. As far as the track goes, I did put heel coils in it, and then when I put it back together, I didn't have it quite lined up right or something. I tried forcing the bolts in it and it didn't end well, so I ripped the heel coils back out, ordered new heel coils, gonna retap it and try again. If that doesn't work the second time, then I'm probably gonna end up just sucking these together, clamping them where they belong and welding each side of it and leaving the pad off for now. Because really what I need to do is just run this machine for a day, a good long day, and make sure it doesn't need anything serious engine work or transmission. Hope if all that holds up well for a good hard day's use, then we'll worry about fixing that the right way. I did get track tensioner done and put back in, and that does work. That's got to get fixed for sure if everything else works out. So let me get this uncovered and I'll show you what I did. Okay, we got that tarp off. Now here's one thing I ended up doing. Put a new starter solenoid on. If you remember, I think I showed it, I was crossing those two lugs to get it to start because the switch was bad. I ended up burning that solenoid up. It would no longer engage the starter into the flywheel, so bought that and replaced it, and it works perfectly fine now. I had actually the end of this ground cable actually came off. It just pulled right off. It was loose for whatever reason. I cleaned that all up and soldered it on, so that's good to go again. I cleaned all the terminals. Can you see? I took all the grounds, all the cables, and cleaned them all up with a wire wheel, and put a new switch in, put a new light switch in, cleaned some wires up. I don't know if all the gauges work or not, but we'll find out. This is the line that was leaking, so, and go figure, it's the hardest one to get to. It's behind here. Back in there. So easiest way to get to it is to pull this air cleaner off. There's nuts, there's studs that stick through, there's nuts all the way around the back side of that, which is also how you put a new air element on it. So I'm going to take that off because it came with new elements. I'm going to change those out, and while it's off, I am going to bleed the fuel system to make sure I'm getting fuel into that line. I would assume the rest of them should be okay because I didn't mess with those, but I don't know. We'll find out if it wants to start today or not. It's pretty cold. I don't know if the glow plugs work. I mean, I can try it and see, but I doubt it. So what else? So let's go yank this off. So yeah, it's got washers and nuts on the back side of this, and then it pops right out. And this is the only element that was in it anyways, is that center element. The secondary one on the outside wasn't in it. So I'll change that out. Let's see if we can get any fuel coming out of it. There's already fuel coming out. Pain in the butt. Okay. should be loose already. All right. Hold on. All right. The starting fluid was, the tip was froze up. Got that going. I am going to heat the glow plugs for, I don't know, 15-20 seconds. And I'm sure it won't do anything, but it doesn't hurt to try. And then let's see if she'll fire. There we go. Heat's on. There's about, I don't know, 30 seconds maybe. Let's try it. Helps if you turn the fuel on. Huh. Really? That was no starting fluid, and that's about 30 degrees. Before I kill the battery. Let's try the heat again. Here we go. You missed out on all that fun. Someone's not smart enough to hit record, apparently. Here we go. Alright. This is the part with all the seals for the most part. Says that little snap ring type of thing. You can see it comes apart. It comes with a new one. It sets in this little groove right here. Just pop that out. And this seal comes off. The raised side goes up. And then these are just like a split ring. So just get in there with a screwdriver. Pop that off. Maybe. There we go. This has a little split. It's the same on both sides, so there's no special way it's got to go. Same thing with this one. Let's get in there and pry it apart. Same thing, they're the exact same. There's no certain way it's got to go. Other than the fact you probably don't want to have the split part of it lined up when it goes back together. Probably kind of like a piston ring. We'll clean it back up. Throw it back together. And then it goes inside of here. There is a seal and a ring we got to change out there. You didn't miss anything tearing it apart, I can tell you that right now. Anybody can take bolts out. It's getting it put back together the right way. That's the real hard part. And there ain't nothing hard about this, it's pretty simple. Alright, so I bought the cat kit. Straight from Cat, so it's probably all Chinese stuff, I don't know. It's almost the same money, really. It's the new one. You know, I should probably clean that up a little bit more. Crusty. It's got a part number on it. 9H7670. If anybody ever needs one. If you can find one. Alright. I'm not going to lube these up on the inside. Oh, there. Nice. Oh, we got part numbers on there too. 7H2423. If anybody needs those for 1977 Cat D4D. Can you see? Maybe. Tight. Oh, now this is what I was talking about. See those splits? Let's turn them 180. So you got one here. There's one there. One there. Turn a little more. Just make sure that when that goes back together, that they're opposite, I guess. When it squeezes in there tight, I'm sure this goes together tight. Next is going to be this seal. It's a little different looking than this one. Bottom's the same. Top of this one's a little bit different, but I guess it's all the same. That. And there's a brand new split ring. Just says ring. It's the part number for that. This piece. Here's that split ring. Watch your eyeballs. Just close them. Be all right. And that just keeps that from coming off, apparently. There it is. Rebuilt, brandy spanking new. This thing is filthy, filthy. And I think there's a seal. There is an O-ring that this slides into, so I'm gonna go clean this up. See how nasty that is. It's pitted pretty bad up here, so it kind of worries me. Back here, it's not terrible if you clean it up, so I'm gonna go clean it up the best I can. Hope that it seals. If not, I'll have to order one of these. And probably get another rebuild kit. We'll clean it up. There we go. Finally got that master back together. Doesn't look like it's as tight as it ought to be, but it's pretty messed up. And it's as tight as it's gonna get. I got the heel coils and the bottoms, both sides. Absolute pain in the butt. Grade 8s. We'll keep an eye on it all, make sure that it stays tight. She's tensioned up from there to there. If you lay a bar across it and measure it, I've got it set about 1 inch, which is a little tight, but I think it's gonna loosen up quite a bit once I start going. So she's ready to go. It's cold. It's about 25 to 28 degrees. Still a little ice on the ground. Let's see if it'll start up. No ether. Just gonna hit the glow plugs and go. Wait for about 45 seconds. I'm hoping she'll fire right off. It helps if you turn the throttle on, you know. Well, you gotta be kidding me.